Sfiras Omer. Somebody's in the hospital and it's getting late and he's not sure if today is the 26th or the 27th of the Omer. Should he count with a Tanai, with a condition? If today is 26th, I'm counting 26. If today is 27, I'm counting 27. Is this 27? Is this counting valid? Because if it's not valid and I missed one entire day, I can no longer count with a bracha. Why? There is a big dispute whether Sefiras Omer is one long mitzvah of 49 brachas, or it's one mitzvah with 49 chalokim, each chelik a mitzvah bifnei atzma. In other words, in the Taryag mitzvahs, probably Sfiras Omer is only one mitzvah. But if I missed one day, I don't have like having a minyan with 9 people. It's not a minyan. Sfiras Omer missing one day, it's not Sfiras Omer anymore. And I have no mitzvah to continue counting at all. Or I say no. Every single day has its own mitzvah. If I missed one day, I could continue. I could continue next day with a bracha. There's a big machlokes between the Behag, Baal Halochos Gedolos, and Rabbeinu Tom. The Behag holds Baal Halochos Gedoilo is one long mitzvah. Mitzvah Gedoilo. Finished. You lost it. I don't know, but you have to say now, Baruch Shem Kivod Malchus Le'olam Vo'et, all the times you made a bracha levatolo till now. But Tosfos don't agree with the Behag, and the Tosfos say every day of the 49 days is a mitzvah bifnei atzma. If a mitzvah for itself. We missed one day, doesn't matter. You continue counting next day, and it's not a problem. So we have a machlokes. What do you do now if somebody did forget? Do we paskin like the Behag, or do we paskin like Rabbeinu Tam? The halacha is sofek brochos lehokel. I could count without a bracha. Mimunafshach. If the halacha is like Rabbeinu Tam, I'm counting. If the halacha is like the Behag, I'm not making a bracha. But not count at all, according to Rabbeinu Tam, you're making a mistake. You miss, and if it's Minat Torah, you might have to bring a korban oilo for every mitzvah say that you missed. So if you missed the first day, you should still count 48 days. If not, you'll have to bring 48 korbanos oilo in the mizbeach, according to Rabbeinu Tam. According to Behag, you don't have to count anymore. So what happens to a bar mitzvah bocher or a ger tzedek? In the middle of the sfira, he becomes a baal chiyuv. Does he continue counting with a bracha or not? Let's see. According to Rabbeinu Tam, why not? Not. According to Behag, why yes? So we have a big machlokes what to do. But the problem is, even according to Rabbeinu Tam, that every single day is a new mitzvah, over here I have a problem. I am missing the first half of the sfira. Even one day I'm missing. Therefore, some want to say you should continue counting, but a bracha is a problem. Abu Vadia Yosef says you should not make a bracha. Rab Shlomo Zalman Auerbach holds you could make a bracha. Why can you make a bracha? Till now he was mechuyev only with the rabbonon, midin chinuch. You have to be mechanech the cotton, teach him how to do mitzvahs. But now he's no longer under the chiyuv of chinuch. It's a new thing. So why should you make a bracha? And the chiyuv of chinuch, it's a new thing. So why should you make a bracha? And they bring a Rashi from a Rashi in Chumash. Rashi says by Avraham Avinu, when the Melochim came, he told Yishmael to bring water. Why didn't Avraham Avinu do it himself? Avraham Avinu, by Yachabosh, he himself tied the hamor. So why did Avraham Avinu tell Yishmael, Yukach no me'at mayim, you take the water to the Melochim, the guests, to wash negel vaser, to wash their feet? So Rashi says, Lehancho b'mitzvahs, to teach Yishmael to do mitzvahs. Avraham Avinu did one mitzvah, to teach how to do mitzvahs. If Yishmael would not be there, Avraham Avinu would do it himself. He would not tell somebody else to do it. The question is, how is Shaykh Chinuch teaching a child when Yishmael was already bar mitzvah? He was old. Yishmael was already 13 years old. He was 14 years older than Yitzchok. You see from this Rashi that you could consider the mitzvah's chinuch even after the bar mitzvah. Lemay nafkemino for Sfiras Omer. The child till now counted as chinuch, and from now on he continues counting as chinuch like Yishmael. Next year he's going to count as his own mitzvah. But there is going to be a problem. Can this cotton that became bar mitzvah in the middle of a sphira be moitzi a godol that has a real chiyuv? The cotton is not mechuyev in the mitzvah sphira because he was a cotton till now. It continues being like a cotton b'shas chinuch, or maybe he could be moitzi. Going back to the first question, if somebody is in the hospital, he does not know when sphira is. Can he count two countings? Either or one is correct. Is that valid or not? This question is from the times of the Beis Hamikdash. People who lived out of Eretz Israel did not know what day in Sphira they are holding. And they kept 2 days Yom Tov because they did not know which one is the real day Yom Tov. Did they count Sfiras Ha'omer on a condition? If today is the first day, I'm counting number 1. If today is not the first day, I'm not counting yet. Second day, if today is the second day, I'm counting the second day. If today, counting the first day. The Baal HaMaor, Rabbeinu Zerachia Halevi, discussed this problem 830 years ago. Why don't we count the Sfeika de דיומא on Sefiras Ha'omer? Just like Yom Tov, we keep 2 days Yom Tov, Pesach, 2 days Yom Tov, Shavuos. Why don't we keep each day of Sfiras Ha'omer 2 days Sefira? When does Sfiras Ha'omer start? The day after Pesach, first day Chol HaMoed Pesach. When we hold second Seder in Eretz Yisrael is the first day Chol HaMoed Pesach. So Rabbeinu Zerachia ben Rab Yitzchok Halevi, called the Razo, gives a very interesting answer. The rule is, we do not make 2 days Yom Tov on a Yom Tov de Rabbonon. For example, Purim is a Yom Tov from the Rabbonim. We have only one day Purim, Yud Dalet Adar, the 14th of Adar. How come we don't have 2 days Purim to read the Megillah in both days? Sfeika de דיומא. We're not sure when the day is, just like Yom Tov Shel Pesach, Sukkot, Shavuos. According to what the Razo established, that the rule is we do not make 2 days Yom Tov de Rabbonon, so we don't make 2 days Purim. Following the golden rule of the Razo, we have a machloikis in the Gemara if Sfiras Ha'omer is bound to the first day Yom Tov or bound to the bringing of the offering of the Omer the night of Chol HaMoed. And the nafkemina, the differences between these two boundings, if Sefiras Omer today that we don't have a Beis Hamikdash is from the Rabbonon or from the Torah. And we established that most Rishonim, including Rabbeinu Tam, who is considered by the Ashkenazim the biggest of all Rishonim, Sefiras Ha'omer today that we don't have the korban is no longer from the Torah. It is bound to bringing the offering of the Omer. No Omer, no Sfira. So it's only a Zech LeMikdash and it's a Derabonon. And we make a brocha, Shekideshonu b'mitzvot b'tzivonu al Sefiras ha'Omer, a mitzvah Derabonon, not a mitzvah of the Torah. If it's only a mitzvah Derabonon, do we make a Sfeika de Yoimo, a Sofik? 2 days Yom Tov, 2 days Sfira? The answer is no. Just like Purim, it is enough. The Rabbanon did not make a Sofik Yom on a Rabbanon. And the Ran also approves to this golden rule. But we still have a problem with the Rif and the Rambam, who both hold that Sfiras ha'Omer is not bound to the offering of the Omer, but rather to the Yom Tov of Pesach. Today we have a Yom Tov of Pesach min Torah. Therefore, today we have a mitzvah aseh of Sfiras ha'Omer. If it's a deoraise from the Torah, we are square one. Why don't we count Sfeika de Yoima, a Sofik Yom? Every day we should count 2 days. For that, the Ran answers. We have a problem with Shavuot. The first day Shavuot, what are we going to do? We're going to make a Sofik. Today is the 49th day of the Omer and the first day of Shavuot. People might take light and do malocho, work on the Yom, the counting of the Omer. Therefore, even though it's a deoraise from the Torah, according to the Rambam and the Rif and the Chinuch, nevertheless, the Ran says it's a chumro habo'ol idei kulo, is a problem with Shavuos. Therefore, they were mevatel, the counting of a sofik, of a doubt. And we find the same thing by Yom Kippur, last week's Kriyas HaTorah. How come Yom Kippur, we don't keep 2 days Yom Kippur? Because it's a sakono. Not everybody can fast 2 days. This is called ein. Not everybody can fast 2 days. This is called ein hatzibur yecholim lamud olav. Not everybody can fast for 2 days. So even to keep 2 days Yom Tov of Yom Kippur, we do not keep. Because today we know exactly when Rosh Chodesh was. It's only a minik to keep 2 days. That minik became a takono de rabbonon, a law of the rabbis. So the rabbis said, 2 times a year we're not going to follow this takono, this law of 2 days. On Yom Kippur and on Sfiras ha'Omer. But Dvar Avraham, the last Rav of the Kovno ghetto, he passed away in the ghetto in 1943, the Rav of Slabotka, he writes a new chidush. The reason why we don't count 2 days, because we need a sfiro counting of 100%. A sofek is not a sfiro. A doubt is not called counting. According to his reasoning, he says, very possible that during the times of the Beis HaMikdash, they only counted in Eretz Yisrael the sfiro, but not out of Eretz Yisrael, because counting with a sofik, with a doubt, is not considered counting. And according to him, if somebody is in the hospital and is not sure which day it is, he should not count with a tenai, with a condition. If today is the first day, I'm counting. If it's not the first day, I'm not counting. That doesn't work. But he himself is aware of the Hamor and the Ran, that they say a different reason why we don't count on a Sofik de Yoima. And according to the Ran and the Hamor, the Razor, when Sfiras ha'Omer was from the Torah, they did count as Sfeika de Yoima, 2 days. And that a valid counting, not like the Dvar Avraham wanted to tie there. Therefore, he himself retracts from what he said. In La Halacha, if somebody has a Sofik, he should make a Tanai. Whether should he make a brocha? Lechoire he could make a brocha. Mimon avshach, he is yoted the mitzvah. The Baal Amor, the Razah, he followed the Ravet. Just like Rav Avraham wrote very sharp questions on the Rambam, the Yad HaChazoko, the Razah, the Baal Amor, wrote against the Riv's view of the Talmud. And he wrote two Sforim, the Mor HaKoton and the Mor HaGodol. The Mor HaKoton is the moon, the Levono. That's in Moed, Yomim Tovim. And the Mor HaGodol is the sun, that's on Noshim and Nezikim. He wrote Piyutim, and the Mishpochos, Hobbits and Epstein come from him. The Ravet wrote very strongly against the Baal Amor himself. And the Ramban also. He wrote a Sefer, Hamilchomos, against the Razah, the Baal Amor. And the Ravet calls the Baal Amor Azus Ponim, steals my Pirushim and he doesn't quote my name. But after the Ptiro of the Razah, he was niftar at the young age of 51 years old. The Ravet outlived him for 13 years. Both the Ramban and the Ravet spoke with Derech Eretz and Derech Kovot to the niftar. The Razah passed away in 1186 and the Ravet passed away in 1199. Zechusom Yogon Alei.